Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Hopkinton High School for Hopkinton Hillers varsity softball on HCAM. As today they take on Dover-Sherborn. Tom Nappy on the call, Denise Antaki on camera, and it is a pretty nice afternoon here. Some clouds in the sky. We're not expecting rain, but pop-up showers, of course, always a possibility with the humid weather we've gotten the last few days. But it should be a good day today for some Hillers sports. And of course, also right now we got the boys lacrosse game. And also later tonight, we'll have the Hillers baseball game. So a full day of Hillers sports for you today on HCAM. Let's take a look at the Hopkinton Hillers field. They are 4-0 on the season. On the mound for the Hillers today is going to be Charlotte Can getting the nod on the mound. And then over behind the plate is Alex Young at first base, Catherine Morse, Tori Fisher at second base, Tara Kester at shortstop, Kristen McCluskey at third base. From left to right, Emily Jurasek, Caroline DeSimone, and Jasmine Batika. For the undefeated Hopkinton Hillers. For Dover-Sherborn, leading things off is going to be Raya Bahadur. She is the shortstop, and she's stepping in there right now. Then you'll have the center fielder, Ella Smith. Then the third baseman, Sierra Crowley, batting third. Sarah Burgoyne, the pitcher, hitting cleanup. Lucy Randa, the catcher, hitting fifth as the first pitch is in there for a strike. Ella Dodge, the first baseman, hitting sixth. Ashley Versaw, the center fielder, hitting seventh. As we are ready for the next pitch. Swing and a miss. And then Drew Hassar, the second baseman, hitting eighth. And Maggie Nienhaus, the right fielder, hitting ninth for Dover-Sherborn. Can set to deliver. A little outside there. It'll make the count 1-2. Set to deal. And this is going to be up the left side, handled by the shortstop. Throw to first, and she got her. 6-3 for out number one. That'll bring up Ella Smith. And taking a look at the standings, Hopkinton, we mentioned 4-0. Dover-Sherborn 2-2. We'll get you the rest of the TVL as well throughout the broadcast. And the first pitch to Ella Smith is a little low. An 0-1 count. Set to deliver. A little high there. She deals, swing and a miss. A nice pitch there. Well, it's going to be a lot of games this week for the Hillers, so they are certainly going to be resting their starters on occasion. Swing and a miss. That's why you got Charlotte Can out there pitching today. Giving a bit of a rest to Julia Cedia. Temperatures in the 70s, partly cloudy, and there are some pop-up showers in the area, so we'll be watching those. As there's a strikeout, gets away from the catcher. She throws up to first in time. 2 away. That'll bring up Sierra Crowley, the third baseman. Can set to deal. There's a strike. Little high there. That'll make it a 2-0 count. She deals, swing and a miss. There's a strike. 2-2 now. This is fouled off towards the batting cages. Set to deliver. Little inside there. That'll fill up the count. Swing and a miss, and that'll wrap up the top of the first. To the bottom of the first we go. You are tuned in to Hopkinton Hillers Varsity Softball on HCAM. Squirts, but hopefully nothing.
Well, we have something crazy to cover over this?
I got a jacket in the car that I should have brought.
I have this though. I have my shirt too. I have my shirt.
And if it starts downpouring, we will
Yeah, okay.
try to get out of here.
I think it's going to be later.
Yeah, there's some pop-up stuff around, but hopefully it'll miss us. I think the angle's pretty good. Sometimes the second baseman makes it tough to see the batter.
Oh yeah, so it's showing on this. So when this is on, it's on record, right?
Yes.
And then the little red dot up here?
Yep. We are ready for the bottom of the first. Kristen McCluskey leading things off. The third baseman on the hill for Dover-Sherborn is Sarah Burgoyne. The first pitch is in there for a strike. Let's take a look at the Hillers lineup. Third baseman Kristen McCluskey starts things off. Left fielder Emily Jurasek batting second. Caroline DeSimone, the center fielder, batting third as this is fouled up the first base side. Tara Kester, the shortstop, hitting cleanup. Catherine Morse, the first baseman, batting fifth. Charlie Chevery, the designated player, hitting sixth. Charlotte Can, the pitcher, hitting seventh. Alex Young, the catcher, hitting eighth. Jasmine Batika, the right fielder, hitting ninth. That pitch is low. And Tori Fisher is the flex player, the second baseman, out of the lineup. And the umpire said Kristen McCluskey got hit with that pitch, so she gets a trip down to first base. That'll bring up Emily Jurasek. We'll get you the field for Dover-Sherborn in just a moment. Line up and the pitch, and this is up the left side. Slow roller, a mishandle by the first baseman. Everyone's safe, and McCluskey continues to third base. So Jurasek reaches on the error, and that'll bring up DeSimone. Runners on the corners, no outs for the Hillers. Sarah Bragdon is the name of the pitcher. As there's a strike, and taking off from first base with the steal is Jurasek. Line up and the pitch. There's a strike. little high there. That'll make it 2-1. Runners on second and third. No outs for the Hillers. The field for Dover-Sherborn. Sarah Bragdon on the hill. Lucy Ronda at first base. Ella Dodge at first base. As this is up the left side, and they get the runner at third. So DeSimone reaches on the fielder's choice. And that'll bring up Tara Kester. Drew Hassar, the second baseman. Raya Bahadur, the shortstop. Sierra Crowley, the third baseman. We'll get you left to right after this pitch. There's a strike. In left field, Ella Smith. Ashley Versaw, the center fielder. Maggie Nienhaus, the right fielder. And this is going to be up the left side. The throw home is going to get away from the catcher, and the run will score. An errant throw there allows a run to score. And it's a 1-0 Hillers lead. McCluskey comes around. Jurczyk up to third. DeSimone to second. Kester to first. And now to the plate, Catherine Morse. One away in the inning. She deals. There's a strike. Wind up and the pitch. Swing and a miss there. Infielders playing way in on the corners, and this pitch gets away from the catcher. The throw home, not in time, and another Hillers run scores. So Jurczyk comes around on the wild pitch. DeSimone up to third. Kester up to second. And Morse facing a 0-2 count. The infielders continuing to play in. That one's inside. Set to deliver, and she gets a piece of this one, and that'll drop into center field. One run is in to score, and it's a 3-0 lead for the Hillers. An RBI single for Catherine Morse, a good piece of hitting there. Tara Kester up to third. Now bring up Charlie Chevery. And that's going to get away from the catcher. Runner at third will hold up. Morse advances to second. Line up and the pitch. Grabs the outer corner. One and one count. Bragdon deals. There's a strike. It's nice to be at the Lauren Anderson field today. Hillers were on the turf the majority of the 2019 season and for their first home game this season, but they're going to try to use this beautiful grass field as much as possible. Brand new scoreboard, brand new dugouts, in dedication to Lauren Anderson. And this is hit high in the air, foul territory left side, out of play. Bragdon deals, and this is hit high in the air towards left field, and that drops, and the runner from third is going to score. Just a misplay there by Nienhaus in right field. And Tara Kester comes around to score on the error. Morse is up to third. And a little discussion on the mound to try to settle down his pitcher. Wind up and the pitch, and this is sliced foul. Taking a look at the TVL large, Hopkinton 4-0, Halston 3-1, Norwood 3-1, Medfield 2-3, Ashland 0-3, Westwood 0-4. That's fouled away. And the TVL small, Norton is 5-0, Millis 3-1, Dedham 3-2, Dover-Sherborn 2-2, Medway 0-5, Bellingham 1-4. 4 runs in already for the Hillers here in this bottom of the first. She deals. Swing and a miss. And that is out number 2. I'll bring up Charlotte Can. Excuse me, it's Alex Young at the plate. Down low. She deals. And a little high. Set to deliver. A little high there. Bragdon hoping to get out of this inning with no further harm. Swing and a miss there. Well, it's been a number of field mishaps for Dover-Sherborn already. A couple errors. And this is hit in the air over to right field, foul territory, and it's dropped. So Alex Young will head back to the plate. It was a pretty good hustle there by Noonhouse, but she just could not reel it in. Set to deliver. And this is hit in the air over to right field, and it is caught. Or no. Yeah, it was indeed caught. Alex Young thought it might have been dropped. That'll bring up Jasmine Batika. Inside there. And this is up the middle, and it is going to be gloved by the shortstop, but she will not have a play, and a run will score. Morse comes around to make it 5-0. Chevrolet moves up to third. RBI single for Batika. And Hopkinton has batted around. Kristen McCluskey back up at the plate. And this is ripped up the right side, but foul. Oh, and 1 on the lefty. She deals. And up the right side, handled by the first baseman, no problem. But the Hillers played 5 runs, and they lead it 5-0 as we head to the bottom of the first on HCAM. Welcome back to Hopkinton High School. We are ready for the top half of the second inning. A 5-0 lead for the Hillers over Dover-Sherborn. Sarah Bragdon, the pitcher, will start things off, followed by Lucy Ronda, the catcher, and Ella Dodge, the first baseman. And she steps in and is set to face Charlotte Can, who pitched a pretty good first inning. A little outside. Set to deliver, and that's fouled into the backstop. One and one. Can set to deal. There's a strike. 1-2. And this is up the left side, foul. Count remains 1-2. Can set to deal. This is sliced high in the air. Foul out of play. The battle continues between Charlotte Can and Sarah Bragdon, pitcher versus pitcher. There's a strike, got away from the catcher, the throw down, no problem. One away. I'll bring up Lucy Ronda, the catcher. First pitch was a little outside for a ball. Set to deliver. Swing and a miss. One and one count on Bragdon. And another strike there. 1-2. There's a strike. And that is out number 2. I'll bring up Ella Dodge, the first baseman. A little high there. One and 0. There's a strike. 1-1 now. Swing and a miss. That'll make it 1-2. Can with an opportunity to strike out the side here. And she does. 1, 2, 3 they go. To the bottom of the second we go. It's a 5-0 Hillers lead on HCAM.
So that one where the catcher lost
struck out?
Well, no, she was running to first, but they threw her out. But she didn't hit the ball. I think the catcher caught it, but bobbled it, lost it. Is it? I don't know if it's new rules. Maybe she picked it.
Oh, if the catcher lost it, yeah, the hitter can run down to first after they strike out if the catcher doesn't hold on to it.
If they
And then you gotta throw down. You gotta throw down to first base to get the strikeout if the catcher drops it.
Oh, okay.
So it would be scored as technically a strikeout, but no out.
Right. Strike after no. And she could also get to base if she could. She didn't.
Yeah, so if she beats the throw there, the first baseman drops the throw, she will be on base. We are ready for the bottom of the second inning, a 5-0 Hillers lead. Emily Jurasek steps up. And she gets a good piece of this one. It is caught by the shortstop. That'll bring up Caroline DeSimone. The Hillers, they have hit well this season in their first 4+ games. And this is hit really well over to left field to the fence, and that'll drop in front of the fence. And heading over now to third is DeSimone. The throw in is cut off, and that is a triple for Caroline DeSimone. She nearly put that one out of the ballpark. Brings up Tara Kester. And she gets a good piece of this one, hit high in the air over to third base and caught. An easy out there, 2 away. That'll bring up Catherine Morse. And there's a strike. Catherine Morse on the season, a .417 batting average, .500 on base percentage. She's hit the ball well. Foul tips this one. Hillers as a team hitting a .463. A .531 on base percentage. Very impressive numbers. She deals, and that's right back to the pitcher and caught. And that'll be the third out of the inning. We will head to the top of the third on HCAM. You are tuned in to Hillers Varsity Softball. She is number 15. You're welcome. Dover-Sherborn coming to the plate here in the top of the third, a 5-0 Hillers lead. Left a runner on third and in the second inning. And that is ripped foul. Good thing that fence is in front of the bench area. That could have been a dangerous situation there. Ashley Versall, the hitter, the left fielder for Dover-Sherborn. Swing and a miss. This is Charlotte Can's second start of the season on the hill. An 0-0 record, as that one's fouled away. She has struck out 8 hitters on the season, a 2.47 ERA. And it's going to be Cannon Cedia getting the pitching duties throughout the season for the Hillers. And you'll see them both, especially in a busy week, as this week is, as this is a very slow roller, and the throw will not get there in time. So a little bloop single there by Versall. That'll bring up Drew Hassar, the second baseman. She deals a little high. First base runner of the game for Dover-Sherborn. And there's a bunt, and it got away from the catcher. Runner at first will advance. And she's going to be sent back because that was indeed a foul. Can deals. There's another bunt. Up the middle it goes. Throw to first. They get one. They do move the runner to second. But nicely done there by the Hillers infield. Kristen McCluskey making the throw over. That'll bring up Maggie Neunhaus, the right fielder. A little outside there. 1 on, 1 out for Dover-Sherborn. Set to deliver, swing and a miss. A 1-1. Another swing and a miss there. 1-2. And that got away from the catcher, and the runner at second going to advance to third on the wild pitch. So Dover-Sherborn with an opportunity here to put some runs on the board. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss. And it was out number 2. I'll bring up Raya Bahadur. She deals. And this is hit in the air left side and caught by the shortstop Tara Kester. A nice catch there. And that will wrap up the top of the third. To the bottom of the third we go. The Hillers leading Dover-Sherborn 5-0 on HCAM. Everybody's in action today. I had no idea this track was
Brian
here.
Prescott.
Huh?
Announcing the track?
Yeah,
Brian Prescott.
yes, I believe he does do it. ready for the bottom of the third inning. Charlie Chevrolet to start things off. Tom Nappy on the call, Denise Santaki on camera. Happy to bring you some Hillers softball here on this Monday afternoon. That pitch a little high. The Hillers baseball game was moved to tonight at 6:30. They'll be playing on the turf field against Dover-Sherborn. That pitch is low. Larry Sacklad will have the call for that game. 2-0 pitch. And this is up the left side, bobbled by the shortstop, picks it up, throw is not there in time. So Chevrolet reaches on the error. That'll bring up Charlotte Can. Can steps in, fouled away. Here's the 0-1. That's ripped foul towards the Hillers dugout area. That pitch going to get away from the catcher. Chevrolet advances. Up to second base she goes on the wild pitch. Set to deliver. There's a strike. And that is going to be out number 1. That'll bring up Alex Young, the catcher. She flew out back in the first inning. Runner on second, 1 out for the Hillers. There's a strike. Here's the 0-1. Little inside, 1-1. Set to deliver. And this is hit high in the air to right field, and it is caught. 2 away, runner stays put at second. I'll bring up Jasmine Batika, the right fielder. So Bragdon settling down the hitters a little bit after a nice first inning for Hopkinton. She deals, and this is going to be a slow roller up the middle, picked up by the pitcher, throw to first in time. A 1-3 out, and that'll wrap up the bottom of the third. To the top of the fourth we go. Hopkinton leading Dover-Sherborn 5-0 on HCAM. We are ready for the top of the fourth inning. Due up for Dover-Sherborn, the 2, 3, and 4 hitters, Ella Smith, Sierra Crowley, and Sarah Bragdon. Charlotte Can set to deliver. Swing and a miss. Cannon having a nice day on the mound so far. 6 strikeouts already in this game. She deals a little low there, 1-1. She winds and deals. There's a strike. One and two the count. Down low. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. There's out number 1. That'll bring up Sierra Crowley. 7th strikeout of the game for Charlotte Can. Swing and a miss. Here's the 0-1. In there for a strike. 0-2. And she'll get a piece of this one, but it's foul. Ooh, nearly hit someone. Always got to keep your heads up when you're at the softball game. Here's the 0-2, swing and a miss. 2 away. That'll bring up Sarah Bragdon. Can set to deliver. A little low there. Here's the 1-0 upstairs. Two and 0 count. And this is hit in the air left side and foul into the woods. 2-1. One pitch, and there's a strike. And that is going to be the 3rd out. So for the 2nd time today, Charlotte Can strikes out the side, and we will head to the bottom of the 4th. Hopkinton leading Dover-Sherborn 5-0 on HCAM. Actually, hold on. It looks like there might be some confusion here. I think I thought that was strike 2, and I think that's what they're talking about. I'm not quite sure. Yeah, there was a mishap with the count. They're going to bring the hitter back. So she has not struck out the side yet. And it is a 2-2 count. For once, the count I had on my pitch counter was correct, and the umpire's was not. A little outside there. That'll fill up the count. Set to deliver. And this is ripped up the left side. That'll get in there for a hit. And now rounding first is going to be Bragdon, and she's safe at second. So a 2-out double. And I'll bring up Lucy Randa, the catcher. And they're going to bring in a pinch runner to run for the pitcher. It'll be Carly Stiller pinch running. Line up and the pitch. A little high. And a little bit of rain falling here at the softball field. Hopefully it will be nothing severe. There's a strike. Here's the 1-1. And this is a slow roller up the right side, handled by Morse, no problem. A 3 unassisted ground out. And now that'll wrap up the top of the fourth. To the bottom of the fourth we go. Hopkinton leading 5-0 on HCAM.
Not over here on the... Oh, so who's calling the lacrosse game?
Nobody. We're just streaming the video.
Oh, okay. Who usually does lacrosse?
I do it if I'm not doing baseball or softball.
Oh, okay. Is that usually a fall sport? I mean,
no, lacrosse is spring.
Oh, okay. They pushed everything this way.
Yeah, we got the only sport that's going on right now that's usually not happening is wrestling.
Yeah, okay. So
but everything else is normal.
Okay.
All right, go away, rain. We are ready for the bottom of the fourth inning. Top of the order coming up for the Hillers. Lead at 5-0. Kristen McCluskey to start things off. So far today, she's been hit by a pitch and grounded out. Did score a run back in the first. It's part of the 5-run first inning. Line up and the pitch, foul. Here's the 0-1. Nice breaking pitch there, and therefore a strike. The 0-2 fouled away. Look out. Nearly got a piece of her teammate there. Emily Jurasek, who's getting ready to hit. Set to deliver. And this is hit high in the air coming towards us. And that is going to go off the fence. A big hit here by McCluskey. And over to third base she goes. A stand-up triple. Thought I was going to have to get my glove out for a minute. That nearly got out of the ballpark. It was very close to getting past the center field fence as Jurasek steps in. McCluskey showing off the power there. That's going to get away from the catcher. McCluskey will stay put. Here's the 0-1. A little inside, 1-1. And this is fouled away, 1-2. McCluskey on third base. No outs here in the bottom of the fourth. Hillers trying to add on to their 5-0 lead. And this is hit in the air behind home plate and caught. 2 away. Or excuse me, 1 away. That'll bring up Caroline DeSimone. DeSimone had a triple of her own in the second inning. Also scored a run in the first after reaching on an error. And she's going to get a piece of this one. Up the middle, it'll trickle into center field. McCluskey around to score. An RBI single for DeSimone, a 6-0 Hillers lead. That'll bring up Tara Kester, the shortstop. There's some drops of rain continuing to fall. Set to deliver. Runner taking off from first, and a stolen base. And that's going to go into center field. She's going to take off for third. And the throw is now going to go out of the ballpark, or nearly out of the ballpark. But DeSimone safely aboard at third. The throw up to second was a pretty good throw from the catcher, Randa, and it just got away from the second baseman. And DeSimone showing off the wheels, heading to third base. And this is hit high in the air, foul. Into the woods it goes. So another run already in for the Hillers. Runner on third, 1 out. Tara Kester with an opportunity to do some damage here. Upstairs. Kester has reached on an error and flown out so far today. Set to deliver. Tipped foul. She winds and deals. That's fouled up the left side. Bragdon delivers. And swing and a miss there. The throw down is in time. And now the runner from third is going to come around and score. Great heads-up base running there by DeSimone. As she tags and flies home to make it a 7-0 game. Catherine Morse will step to the plate. Morse singled in the first inning, drove in a run, and scored a run. A little high. There's the 1-0. Inside. Low pitch, a little low there. Well, the Hillers, they've been impressive at clearing the base paths this season. And very good at manufacturing runs. A little high. Inside. And that'll draw the walk for Morse. That'll bring up Charlie Chevery. Runner on first, 2 outs. 2 more runs have scored in this inning, making it a 7-0 Hillers lead. And pitch a little high. And this is going to be a slow roller up the left side, picked up by the third baseman. The throw draws the first baseman off the bag, and everyone's safe. An errant throw. Chevery up to second. Or excuse me, Morse up to second. Chevery to first. Charlotte Can to the plate. And Dover-Sherborn coach Grady wants an explanation. That was pretty clear. The first baseman's foot was driven off the bag and did not touch in time. Charlotte Can at the plate. An opportunity to help her own cause here. Takes a strike. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss. Two on, 2 outs. And 2 runs in this inning. And that is right to the shortstop, and that'll wrap up the inning. But the Hillers plate 2 more runs. They lead it 7-0 as we head to the 5th inning on HCAM. Good, how are you? Sure. Oh, Desimone, okay. Thank you for correcting me on that one. We are ready for the top of the 5th inning. A 7-0 Hillers lead due up for Dover-Sherborn, 6, 7, and 8. And Ladage, Ashley Versaw, and Drew Hassar to face Charlotte Can, who's pitched a gem of a game so far. She has several strikeouts on the evening. Make that 8 strikeouts in total. And Dover-Sherborn hoping to get the bats going. Can set to deliver. A little outside there. 1-0. She deals. In there for strike. 1-1 count, and this is hit in the air right side, foul territory, and caught by Batika for the first out of the inning. That'll bring up Ashley Versaw. And Batika getting a little praise there from center fielder Caroline DeSimone. And that is going to be over the pitcher's head. Throw to first in time. What a throw over by Tara Kester. A 6-3 ground out for out number 2. And that is certainly one of the defensive plays of the game right there. As Drew Hassar steps in. There's a strike. She winds and deals. Strike 2. O2 pitch. And this is sliced up the middle, picked up by the second baseman. Throw over in time. And a nice throw there by Tori Fisher. 4-3 for out number 3. To the bottom of the 5th we go. Hillers lead it 7-0 on HCAM.
Oh, yeah.
What?
Oh, he did have it. Let's,
Oh, yeah.
Anyways, I get the same card except red. But I think I might have the bigger size. So John's up there now with it.
Oh, the same card?
So look, see the card?
John was,
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so
John
I
was
get that.
worried about my neck last time, but it's good since I hunched over.
So everything's there. He's all set. Just make sure you gotta change the event on that. You don't need to set up your equipment. Everything's done. So.
I'm not even going with baseball.
Oh, you're not gonna do it with him? Oh. Never mind. I'll tell him then. All right. So and I left a couple
Do
books.
they need help or are they all set?
I figured you're just gonna do that after this one.
Too many games this week. Too much stuff to do.
That's when you have the back-to-back between the two of you, you know?
Yeah. All right.
I'll let the kids go.
Okay.
We are ready for the bottom of the 5th inning. Stepping in for the Hillers, Alex Young. 8, 9, and 1 due up. There's a strike. Here's the 0-1. Strike 2. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Down low. 1-2 count on Young. Young 0 for 2 so far today. That's down low. 2-2. 2-2 pitch, a little high. That'll fill up the count. And there's a walk. So Young draws the walk. That'll bring up Jasmine Batika. Set to deliver. Down low, gets away from the catcher, and Young advances to second. A little high there. Two-and-oh count. Swing and a miss. Patika had a single in the first inning and drove in a run. And she'll get a piece of this one up the middle, glove by the shortstop, throw over, and it is going to be in time. Alex Young advances to third, so they do move the runner. A 6-3 out, and that'll bring up Kristen McCluskey. Kristen McCluskey on the season. How about this? A .588 batting average, .650 on base percentage. Three triples on the season and 4 RBIs. And if she gets a bunt here, runner stays put at third, throw over in time. Well, she was hoping to manufacture a run there, but did not quite have the bunt roll far enough, and that'll bring up Emily Jurasek. Set to deliver, and she'll get a piece of this into left center. That'll drop down for a hit, and another run is around to score. Alex Young comes around to make it an 8-0 game. Good piece of hitting there by Emily Jurasek. RBI single, and that'll bring up Caroline Desimone. And this is hit in the air to center field, and that'll drop down for a hit. Here comes Jurasek around third. She's going to score. And now Desimone going to try to score. The throw home is off the mark, and inside the park home run for Caroline Desimone. What a good piece of hitting that was, and it turns into a 2 RBI inside the park homer. And Tara Kester steps in. A little inside there. And the Hillers a 10-0 lead now on Dover-Sherborn. They have broken this game open. And we're going to have another hit here into left field. That'll drop down. Kester heading over to second base, and the ball's going to roll all the way out of the ballpark, so that'll be a ground rule double for Tara Kester. And that'll bring up Catherine Morse. Steps in and rips this one up the third base side. That'll trickle into left field, and runner from third now. Tara Kester going to come around to score, and now heading over to second is going to be Morris, and RBI double, an 11-0 Hillers lead. And that'll bring up Charlie Chevery. Hillers, they are looking for the mercy here today. I believe it's 12 runs. If they score another run, that rule could go into effect. There's a strike to Chevery. Set to deliver. A little outside. 1-1. She deals down low. Here's the 2-1. And this is up the left side and bobbled by the shortstop. Throw over to first base, not in time. Now the throw to third. Runner is safe. So Morris advancing to third on the throw over. And the Hillers showing off those great base running skills once again as Charlotte Can will step in. So runner on third for the Hillers, 2 outs. An 11-0 lead. And Charlotte Can, the pitcher to the plate, 0 for 3 today. Looking for her first hit. And this is fouled away. 0-1. She winds and deals. And this is popped up left side foul. 0-2. There's the 0-2. A little high. 1-2. She winds and deals. A little outside. 2-2. Morse on third. Chevrolet on first. Charlotte Can at the plate. And this is foul up the first base side. Nearly got the on-deck hitter, Alex Young. Not a big area down there in the bench area. So when you're getting ready to hit, you gotta look out. As this is right towards us, to the fence it goes. 1 run is in to score, and now Chevrolet heading to third. An RBI double for Charlotte Can. And it looks like we may get the mercy rule going into effect here, and we indeed will. As the 12th run has scored, and the Hopkinton Hillers are going to take the win over Dover-Sherborn via a mercy rule win by a final of 12-0. An impressive victory here today for the Hillers. The Bats dominating once again. The base running was sensational. And the Hopkinton Hillers take down Dover-Sherborn 12-0. And they are just continuing to roll through the season as they are now 5-0 on the season. The Hillers scored 12 runs on 17 hits. And it was a tremendous pitching performance by Charlotte Can as well. As the Hillers improving to 5-0 on the season with the win here today via a 5-inning mercy rule, 12-0. And Hillers softball will next be in action right back at it tomorrow, and we'll have that game for you on HCAM. They'll take on Ashland. So they are not going to get too much rest as they will have a pretty good Ashland team tomorrow, but they are ready for it as they get the win here today over Dover-Sherborn 12-0. For Denise Untaki on camera, I'm Tom Nappy. This has been Hopkinton Hillers Varsity Softball on HCAM. We thank you for watching. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll talk to you again soon. Goodbye, everybody.